The President's just concluded tour of Western Kenya is one that has been the subject of a critical debate in the region. So which way forward for the country's ailing sugar industry? Madoka Swangera analyzes the Deputy President's tour and what it meant to the cane farmers. The Deputy President's charm offensive in Western Kenya was largely centered on the Kenya-Uganda sugar deal.
Sasa wewe, hata kama hujui geography, kama sukari itatoka Uganda, itafika Kwale mbele ya kufika Busia na Kakamega. You start with where the problem is. Ama namna gani? Ndio tukasema ni vizuri tuwaeleze viongozi wa hapa wajue.
So what exactly is the problem? What really ails the sugar industry? In the larger Western Kenya sugar belt, the Mumias Sugar Company has been the center that holds the sector. According to James Luchacha, a mechanical engineer with 20 years experience at Mumias sugar mills and in industry, Mumias, fully revived, has the capacity to produce enough sugar even to cover Kenya's deficit.
What referred to as sugar barons buy that sugar at throwaway price and then undercut the local sugar market. That's where the real threat is. The sugar that's brought in, the dumped sugar that's brought in from abroad. Uganda sugar is not a threat to the Kenyan sugar market. The cost of production in Uganda should be the same as in Kenya. But that's where everything stops. In Uganda, most of their cane is plantation cane. And when it comes to plantation cane, economies of scale are very different. Coming back to Kenya, especially in companies like Mumias and Zoya, they have got small-scale farmers. Well, if you go to the Nyando belt, that's Kisumu area, you've got plantations there. So that could actually compete very favorably with Uganda in terms of cane production. But when you come to Mumias and so on, because of small holdings, and the economies of scale really work against them. The sugarcane crop in Kenya is one of the most heavily taxed products.
But even the yet-to-be-revived Mumias Sugar Company that recently received a government boost in the efforts to have it back in operation is pessimistic about how soon it will take to have the company back on its feet.
We've got a little hard times to come. Nobody's going to try and fool anybody. It's not going to be easy, but I believe we can make a plan to turn the company around. We have to face it. Kenya is a net sugar importer, so the sugar will come in. All we ask for is a fair market.
John Otini works with small-holding farmers on a public-private partnership basis.
In the event when all our factories are running, we still need to bring in sugar. And so I do agree that bringing in sugar from Uganda is inevitable because Uganda is our biggest trading partner. And there's no way we'll keep exporting things into their country, and they cannot be able to bring into a country. And sugar is one of the commodities that they do have to be able to bring in. And so what we are lacking in this particular sector, in my opinion, is really just streamlining. We are telling at least the 15,000 farmers that we work with, some of them who are growing sugarcane, is to be able to tell them the truth, because for us as a development organization, we engage with them devoid of the politics.
The opposition has since called this a PR exercise. According to Raila, Ruto's assertion that CORD had a hand in the fall of Mumias is misplaced.
The Jubilee government need to come clean about the sugar deal. The Jubilee are all the times in these habits of if you say this, you have unearthed corruption, they say so-and-so is also corrupt. Two wrongs don't make a right. Right now we are talking about the Uganda sugar deal.
But the aftershocks of this visit directly affect the farmers and those who support them. Were they really convinced by the Deputy President?
Ununuzi ikitoka Uganda nitanunua, ya Kenya tununue, ya Ethiopia tununue. Afadhali tukazanie tu yetu hii. Hata kama ni bei ghali tukazanie hii yetu, kwa sababu hii yetu Uganda hawawezi kuja hapa kwangu kuchukua miwa. Hapana, mimi niliona sisi turekebishe, alafu sukari tutumie yetu ya Kenya, sio sukari kutoka nje, sababu uchumi sasa utakuwa sasa unadidimia.
Forget about the other factories. Mumias alone going from 30% sugar production is currently doing in Kenya to where it belongs. Mumias is supposed to be producing 70% of Kenya's quota. If Mumias goes back to the Mumias that all of us know and are proud of, then there's nothing really to worry about.
Which way forward for this region, even as the sugar debate rages on? Dorcas Wangira, KTN News, Kakamega.